thing is, like, I don't know if it's server or if it's my net.
Right, see, I can't tell because if you go quiet and no one's talking, I don't know if it's a problem or not. Because I can't see the screen. I don't get that little doop sound you get when it's reconnecting constantly. Because the OBS mutes that sound automatically.
Yeah.
Damn it! There's a slight drift downwards, which is kind of annoying when trying to put stuff in and you're hovering.
Yeah. At a certain height, it becomes that.
Okay, jetpack off. First glass in. Just a glass to go into him now.
Oh.
Ah! It didn't go in. The glass didn't go in. I went in instead.
Right, I think I have to call it a night now.
Okay, same thing as before though, if you put all your stuff away, to be fair, we're not far off probably ending ourselves, but at least that way if you do die, you pretty good. Put your stuff somewhere else and then just go into the night.
Into the night. Make it.
Pete, I swapped Discord over to US East if that helps. Thank you. That one's got pricing already. This one's already done. Just this side to do now. Can you do a quick pass and see if I missed any, mate?
Uh.
I assume you're still with me. If you're not with me, don't worry about it. I can do a check in a minute.
I'm there. To the top. One good way to check the top is just walk over them.
Yeah, it's the easiest one to do. And this is my last piece of glass, so hopefully that means I've not missed any.
There we go. I'm gone. I ran off into the night. Right, it has been fun.
It has been fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and joining us. See you later.
See ya. It doesn't seem like you missed any pieces because I can't get in there.
Excellent. That means that the solar panel should...
Mosquito.
So that should mean that we never need to, hopefully never need to repair those solar panels ever again.
I would rather sacrifice some power than using so much iron on just repairing them
Agreed.
after every storm.
Yep. Every single storm, a lot of iron just to repair after storms.
Yeah.
The only problem with the solar farm is you can only literally build that one line, and that line can get longer and longer, but that's all you can do. Because if you build anything to the side of it to make another layer, as soon as the sun's low, they obscure each other.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Now we've never used any paint cans, have we?
We have, in a sense, like used them a bit.
Have we? Okay, yeah, tiny little bit. Somewhere down a bit.
There we go. Due to the fact that we have so many tomatoes and it's like we get it so easily, I will stop planting them.
Tomatoes. The plan for tomatoes was to make something with them. 1 second. Stationeers. Tomato soup, I think it was. Yes. Wikipedia. Tin of tomato soup is 10 tomatoes in an empty can. It's the same as a pumpkin, basically.
Try. I'll try.
So basically, 10 tomatoes, 5 corn, or 1 pumpkin in a can. It's like 400% for the Unga bear.
Yeah, we have 35 tomatoes.
Excellent.
So
any empty cans we can fill up. Might as well get them topped up.
no, we have 65 tomatoes.
Even better. you have any empty cans in there? Because I'm just looking in here. I think they're all
Just one.
Okay, feel free to fill up with anything you want. Just might as well keep the food supply up, basically.
I'll do another pumpkin.
Alright, apparently not much in there. 3. Okay, what do we have left on this? This is all good. That's running good. Power grid is looking quite healthy. It's not as healthy as I'd like it to be though, because the big battery isn't just not charging. We're basically holding our own on charge, I think.
Yeah.
What can we do for better power generation? Got all those solar panels. We can build a lot more solar panels, obviously, but that's just more resources to build solar panels with at that point. We have the the power generator, but that requires coal. That's just not worth burning.
Well, you don't have that much coal either.
I'll say it's just not worth burning for power because you have to mine it, so it's a resource. You're expending a resource to get a resource.
Yeah.
If you could burn like hydrogen, that'd be amazing. Is there a electric machine? Is there a gas, like a turbine? There's a turbine generator. So potentially we could use gases to run a power generator in case of like emergency low power. It's cheap as well. Iron, gold, copper, and solder. I'm not going to build it, but it's cheap to build. Save! Good point. Saving. Hi there.
Creepy guy at the door.
How much hydrogen do you have, by the way?
In here?
Yep.
1 mole. Or 1 mmol, like micromole.
Yes. Are you tanking that? Or are you keeping it?
No. I'm keeping it for now because it's not enough to bother tanking it.
Fair. I just want to show if you were keeping it. Okay. How do I figure out how much gas is in the room? Okay, so the gas sensor doesn't have an output, so I just need to do a reader.
Oh, we have so much pumpkin.
We need to make the reader. We don't have one in stock. If you don't like pumpkin, stop making it.
It's more like we do not need to worry about food for a very
long time. Good. That's kind of what we want to hear, really, isn't it?
We have 65 tomatoes, which will result in 6 cans of tomato soup. We have 8 pumpkins, which will be 8 pumpkin soups.
Yep.
We have 38 potatoes. We have food.
Trying to see if we can make a chip to bring all the readings in there for you, but I don't know if we can do that very easily.
It's not a big hurry.
I was gonna make a chip to do all of them in one go, but you know what? For now, I'll just stick with a very simple IC system, and then we can chip it later on.
There's snow outside.
Let's see. I need some logic IOs. I'm going to want at least 2 of those. Then I'm going to probably want a memory, and I'm probably going to want a math processor as well, and some cables. A memory. I might not need the memory, but I'll build it anyway. And then a logic processor. Grab me that. Grab me that. And bring my inventory and pop those in there. Cables! I put them in storage so I wasn't using them for like 5.5 milliseconds. Now, can I get access to that cable back there? Is a question. The answer is no. I can't get angle because the box is in the way. Ooh, but there is a cable up there I can jump off of. Ah! I made me put my circle on the roof where I like them to be.
Oh, you're on the roof?
Yeah. I like to put circles on the roof, you can't see them then.
That makes sense.
Okay, start with the map. Definitely going to need a map unit. We'll start actually with the processors because then I can read the data coming in first to start with, and then I know what I'm going to be mapping. Give me a map reader, logic reader there, and a wire cutter. Right, that goes there. And that can then come to here. And you can do that, so it gives me that access, and I can turn you on with a screwdriver. Forget what you're going to be grabbing. You're going to be reading from. What do you mean, no device? Oh, okay, fair enough. What's your got? Is farm gas sensor? That wasn't it? Farm gas.
Yeah.
Farm gas sensor. And the variable I want is combustion. Yes, we should definitely go with combustion, right? Temperature, ratio water, ratio volatiles, ratio pollutant, ratio oxygen, ratio nitrous oxide, ratio nitrogen, ratio carbon dioxide. There we go. Are you 96% carbon dioxide right now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That means I've got that bit right. So I need that memory. The memory can go. Not memory. I want to have the writer. I'm going to need a logic circuit because I'm going to need to math the hell out of this one. And by that I mean literally times it by like 100.
Okay.
Well, because it's a decimal, you get a 0.96 for 96%, so you need to times it by 100 to get the to be able to do an actual percentage. That does there, and then I need the logic processor, which will go here. Logic writer, and then finally I need the memory that will hold the 100 marker. But need to do a few things. Alrighty, Toad. See you in a bit. I may run out of wires here, though. Sadly.
Huh?
I may run out of wires, so I've only 8 left.
Oh, okay. I have 5, but it's inside there.
Throw through the window, it's fine, it'll work.
Yeah.
Totally how that works, right?
Sure.
I am literally 2 cables short of completing this.
Wait, I might be actually able to do something sneaky. Hit
Okay.
the glass. Look at the glass.
Ooh, nice. That is actually that's a cheeky little way of doing it. I like it.
It works.
What was the other one? What's the other thing I need? I think I have it on me actually. The labeler. Yeah, I do. Good.
It actually worked.
It worked really well as well. Okay, so first of all, I need to label these up here. Farm CO2 reader. Farm CO2 math. Farm CO2 writer and farm X100 memory. Because you can use the same memory for other things if it's
Yeah.
if you just time something by 100. Right, so you're taking that. Then I need you to take from farm CO2 reader and farm X100 memory, and then multiply them together. This will give us a value power up of no, not 0. Oh, I haven't done the math yet. That's why. Never mind. Ignore that. It's 0. There you go. 96%. Then take from farm math. The output goes to farm. What did I call it? Farm. What's this thing called here? Farm CO2 display. Farm CO2 display. And output the. Really, all I can do is that.
Sent me this. I can't go to hell. I'm all out of vacation days. I'm like, I have 2 months of vacation. I don't have the time to take the vacation. I was gonna do a sneaky one and go 1 hour earlier home today, but no. Don't have time.
Can you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Can you go into the other room, grab the floppy disk? I don't think I actually need this. I don't think I need this writer or something.
Where is the floppy disk?
It should be in the cover to the left of the helicopter go out.
There, found it.
Will this work? I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Right, if we put it in the right-most machine. Right, if you select on that pressure at the top.
Yeah.
And then you look for farm CO2 math. Hopefully you'll have that available.
Farm. I can't click it, but it's on the list.
Okay, you can't click it. So we got another cable in here.
I do.
I just noticed the math processor has a wire that I don't think it needs it, but if I ever have a play safe scenario. Right, I need a screwdriver. So that's reading from CO2 to math. It wants right out to display. It can do open and on. That's all it can do. So I can't write to that screen, which is annoying. Okay, in that case, just because it's annoying, if you take that monitor off the wall and replace it with an LED display,
Give me a second.
Third drill, I believe.
Oh, it would require a crowbar after all.
I get to do the glass first, then you do the crowbar afterwards. Sadly, I can't get to work with that particular screen type. If you could have selected the thing, it'd have worked, basically.
Yeah.
One for here, one for there, drop down, shoot into here. Cycle the airlock really quickly.
My fingers almost got cut off there.
And open the airlock. Boom. Send that back. Cycling back to you. One thing I couldn't actually pass through just by counting on the window. Should be a labeler there now. Need that
Yeah.
toggle labeling. If you need the cable, let me know. I'll pass it back to you through the roof.
Yeah, I need it.
Should be 3 up there now.
Come on.
You've been
Oh,
awkward.
I can't
Alright.
pick it up.
I know how to do that. I know how to deal with it. I know how to beat it at its own game. There you go. Because it sticks through that way around. The glasses are perfectly fine if you just shove cables through them. That works, right?
Sure. That's what we all do.
Oops, I need that to go down as well, please. There we go. Let me know when you've named. I need it naming something like farm CO2 display, something like that.
CO2 level.
Yeah, call it farm. Well, we really don't need to call it farm because it's isolated to the farm only, but I just like to do that myself.
Farm CO2
To display or level or whatever you want to call it.
display. There.
Okay, so farm. CO2 reader, CO2 farm, CO2 display. Turn it on, you should have a reading now. That should be a percentage of CO2.
Yep. That's correct.
Hey! That's if you have to check your thing all the time as well. If you want to get any other gases in there, we can do that quite easy. You just need another one of those terminal, a math unit, and 2 readers. So it's not hard to add additional gases to the list if you want to add additional gases to the list.
Yeah. That's really good.
But that's just about convenience, really. Now you can see the numbers without having to check your dials all the time.
Oh, that's it.
Hydration warning. Of course it is. Why would it be anything but a hydration warning?
That's what I wonder too.
I wonder if they'll.
Better now.
I wonder if they'll actually like fix that. I mean, it's only version 1 that's in. That's why it's so so complaining about stuff, you know. Right, coming in. Let's have a nosy at this thing before we end. It's 228 here, which means it's 328 there.
Oh, yeah.
Hi there. So these can be moved onto the wall if you wish, but that makes it a bit. You have to reprogram everything then, which makes it a bit of a pain in the ass to do.
This I want to make it this small.
Yes.
Because
You just need to program it as well.
Yeah. In reality, this is just that with an extra variable of max temp and min temp.
I mean, you can do. Yeah, I mean, pretty much anything you do with these, you can do with these. It's just limited on how much you can do with the 6 inputs and outputs.
Yeah, but
you can do a lot.
Like,
But
this is literally the same type of circuit with just 2 more, like 1 extra output.
yes, but it is airing at line 44 though, apparently.
Huh?
It is airing at line 44 though.
Is it? Doesn't
Does it
say
say-
for me.
It says error unknown at line, line 44.
Doesn't say for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're not using this portable anymore.
Since we start filling up a lot on everything on the left side here, I decided to just
Yeah. Well, I was thinking if we
for a
could.
bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say just pack it away.
Also, just to check if the hydrogen level would go up if I just planted these, because I don't know if these were ones.
I think the ferns will want to do it as well. Corn, wheat,
Yeah.
rice, mushrooms, soybeans.
They're almost
ferns.
right.
Yeah, we got 3 ferns. Really careful with those. We're gonna build up. We want to have like a full stack of at least every one of them, and then after that we can just concentrate on the ones we want to do rather than sticking to like restrictions and stuff.
Yeah.
Because once we got food in,
all of these will double. Oh yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
excellent. I'm not. I know ferns do something. 1 second. Fern.
You can sell them.
Oh, you can tell everything, really. But if one of them produces gases, let's have a look. You can place the ferns in the reagent processor, process them up to 20 at a time to make 100 phenolphthalic powder as a stack. Okay, and you make the powders. You make milk from the powder. Okay, so ferns make milk basically. Fern is basically your long-term oxygen generator. So ferns produce oxygen.
Okay.
So ferns make oxygen. What's the other one? Soybean. Soybean. Soybean provide water, a trait, and CO2. They produce oxygen and heat. Soy produce oxygen and thing. What's the other ones we have? Mushrooms. What about mushrooms? I haven't looked into them yet. Mushrooms. Mushroom. By water or two, they will produce CO2 and heat. So mushrooms consume the oxygen and produce CO2. Okay, what about the tomato? Provide water and CO2, they will produce oxygen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure which one will produce the hydrogen because you're obviously getting it, aren't you?
Yeah, I
From
don't know
somewhere.
if it's from me firing off my welding torch earlier to make sure a temperature thing works.
Okay, let's try the
I
next
actually
one.
don't know.
It
It could be that it's such a minuscule amount that comes from the outside world.
It's entirely possible. Corn produces oxygen. Rice, pumpkins, potatoes, wheat. Those the ones I haven't checked yet, so. Rice produces oxygen from CO2. Rice will grow faster in what? I closed it by accident. Rice will grow 2 times faster than wheat. Oh, okay. Pumpkins produce oxygen. Potatoes produce oxygen. And wheat produces oxygen. So most plants produce oxygen basically. There's only mushrooms that are basically different because they're not a plant technically. I like this room though. You can hear the wind constantly in this room. It's nice.
Yeah, it's because of this.
Yeah, I know it's the event, but it's just that you can hear that wind all the time.
I love that.
This one I don't understand. This tank has 500 kilopascals in it, but the dial for back pressure is set to 2,600. So it never gets up to the temperature, the pressure it's supposed to be at. Unless that room is so big it just drops it down that much afterwards, I don't know.
That's because I have several times just to also this is also to bring in fresh air. Just start the cycle and just like cancel it. It drops the temperature quite a bit as well.
Yeah, which obviously you need to be doing at some point properly.
Yeah.
Because obviously as it
I mean,
climbs up, because the plants,
Oh.
all the plants are increasing the heat of the room. So
Yeah, like it managed to hold steadily. Do you see? Like it works. It is holding, but it's
just gotta automate it. That's all. That's all it is, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Once you can set this, give it a name, and then use the logic circuit to say if the temperature goes above a certain amount, turn this on, and if it goes below a certain amount, turn the heater on.
That's what this circuit is.
Yeah, if it wasn't erroring. Yes. Line 44.
If it goes below 25, it starts up the heater. If it goes above 35, it starts cooling down.
I like these displays though. They are really useful to see the data just by looking.
Yeah.
Alright, I am going to go into the main room. I'm going to close the outside doors. And I'll be back because I always like to log back in on the greenhouse. You're doing a good job in there.
Well, the heating and the cooling isn't my proudest place. It's like that we're slow.
It works though. That's the thing. It does work. That's the thing though.
But in a sense, the proudest thing is like actually seeing we are producing oxygen at a decent rate.
Yep.
By just plants.
By just plants. Right. So the power base is locked up, and we're still not producing enough power by nightfall to charge the big battery at all.
Well,
So just gives you an idea of how much we're draining from the system.
That's why I don't want Captain to melt all the water we have.
Yeah. Also, we need that for drinking water as well. So.
Yeah, but that's why I don't want him to do that, because we have ice crushers that will do 1/10 of the power needed and do exactly the same.
Yep.
We just need to mix and refine.
Yeah, we can get there. We'll get there with that. We just need to.
Yeah.
I mean, basically that room and the atmospherics need setting up fully, and then when that's done, we've got the basis of a of the to supply the furnace and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you need to just sit down with him at this point and say, okay, this is how we're going to build it. These tanks here can take what you need.
Well, I mentioned it to you several times that we over 1 megapascal of each.
Yeah, I don't think he really understood what you were trying to get at. So, just need to get the project running. The easy way to do it is to send the pipes over there with the mix in it that you need. It's a 2-to-1 mix. Just send the pipes over there with the mix already in it and go, here you go, use that.
Yeah.
Okay, I like these. I just wish I could get this onto these display. This kind of display for consistency in the visual.
Yeah.
Plus, the release actually saying temperature and farm temperature display. You know, it looks much nicer than this little display you have to be careful to see where it actually is.
It's so weird that it doesn't work.
Well, the consoles only work if you have a circuit board in them and then tell the circuit board what to do. These ones will always display nothing unless you send a command into them. But you can't send a command into these without a circuit board or with a circuit board. The only thing they can do is the on or off. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, this is basically where I worked most of the day. Setting up everything, getting everything to work.
It's good.
Pressurizing the tank, making sure it works. Circuitry. Basically, I work circuitry and
What's your pressure in the tank now? I see it's passing into the tank here, so
685 kilopascals.
of
Soon
pure oxygen.
1/10 of the max. Yeah.
And that's
Pure.
pure oxygen. Excellent. It's looking really good, and what we should definitely look at doing as soon as we get some more material, I think we actually have it in stock actually, is replace those filters with big ones.
Oh, I have 2 small. But if they run out, it will just keep circulating in this room.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying we should replace them with larges because there's no reason not to once we get the materials in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially the ones that you're going to use a lot, like the carbon dioxide filters and the ones in our own suits. They should be mediums or larges as well.
Yeah.
Because the carbon dioxide, especially, you're going to process that a lot.
Definitely.
Speaking of, do you want some waste there? I got 2,000 kilopascals of junk in my.
Drop it.
Happy to give you it.
Just drop it.
Happy to. Oh, where's the open valve? Come on. Give me the open valve. There it is.
At top.
That should be empty now. There you go. Happy to give you some more air pressure and some more gases.
It actually pushed up the pressure in the room.
It would do because we both did it. We released that 2,000 kilopascals into the room, so.
Yeah, except that there ain't much that has happened. We basically just try to fix stuff we have.
Yep. I think the basically coming very nice. So what I want to do next for myself, project-wise, is to take the roof off of the main base and put a second floor on it, and move some of the production buildings upstairs and keep the downstairs for like data and stuff and storage.
That's somewhat what I want to do with this.
Well, we can do it here. You just need to, if you build another floor up, obviously you need to move the plants up there.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is having these solid floors and have a staircase go up and just have full glass.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
You can have a staircase so you can build an elevator and have a second floor, put your plants on the top floor and anything else you want on the ground floor because it doesn't need direct sunlight, does it?
Yeah.
But you can do your atmospherics down here, basically.
Atmospherics and as well as like storage, because.
Yep.
Yeah.
But see, what I want to do as well.
Electronics.
One of the other things I want to do is I want to pressurize the other room back there. I want that pressurized as well. Once we're not going in and out the door every 5 seconds. Although that isn't really a problem long term if we do it anyway. Just have to wait for the cycle, that's all. But I want the main base pressurized, but obviously with a breathable atmosphere. So the air look here was something we needed to keep this room carbon dioxide rich.
Yeah.
And then these plants are actually producing the oxygen we will end up breathing.
Yeah.
It will mean we'll end up planting something like ferns maybe and just not harvesting them and let them just produce oxygen continuously. But I'd like to be able to have the base pressurized with an atmosphere. Good night, Raven. We're actually wrapping up. We're just talking about plans for later. The game does it to you. It's like, I'm going to go. I'm going to do something. Well, we're going to talk about stuff for the next 5 hours. You should see our DMs. When we're both working with the images about plans on this thing.
We just work and we just like coming up with these ideas. We actually need, like, we came to the point where we actually needed
we set up a Trello.
Stored ideas.
We've set up a Trello site just for this.
Just but oh yeah, Pete, this was something I thought about after we did a demo or test session. You know how I talked about we need to, like, instead of wasting energy with having the first machine, the filter machine on.
Yep.
We can do a quite complicated system. Let's say this is the intake. This is the first one.
Yep.
Shut it down. Open a valve that directly pipe the inlet to the next one.
I mean, we could do that. It's just it's complicated, but we could definitely do that.
Yeah. But for now, we just keep it all running.
I think we just keep running another pressure valve for now. Yeah, use a pressure release valve to help to solve the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only there to stop the tank from exploding, right?
Oh yeah.
And they say we hold them. The pressure relief valve should be open 1,000, 1 full megapascal or something below the maximum, because we don't know how long it'll take to go above that if it's going to go by itself. Because, for example, the pipe outside that's you use to refill your jetpack, when the pressure release valve kicks in and says your pressure's gone too high, and I'll start venting through the little passive vent, the active vent can overpower it.
Yeah. In a sense, this room is like a massive pressure release valve, because I don't have one on this. But however, if it managed to explode this room with that pipe,
yep,
I will let it happen then.
Well, the room should have a automated pressure release system. Every room should have one of these pressurized, so that if it gets anywhere near 150 kilopascals where the windows could blow out, that's when you want to have it vent automatically.
Oh yeah,
because that's where it is. It's 150. It's 150 kilopascals difference between the inside and outside.
Yeah.
So it's not the 150 throughout. It's the 150 difference. So if you have a high pressure amp outside, you can go even higher inside. And you can then, if you're getting at that risk, you can just double window and double wall.
Yeah. But this system has this pressure valve. You don't see it because it's up and behind this wall actually.
Yeah, back up there. Yeah.
And it's set to 9 megapascals. So when this reaches 9 megapascals, it starts venting.
Good, because that's what you want. You want to make sure this doesn't explode. Not inside your base anyway.
It's like the oxygen. If it explodes in the base and doesn't really do damage, it's just like we need to harvest it again.
Well, if that explodes, it'll blow out the windows, guaranteed. I've seen these go off.
Yeah.
They take, if they're near a wall, they'll take the wall out. They won't take the floor out because the floors are solid enough to handle it. But the back wall, this wall here will survive. It's a solid wall. This wall here will mostly get obliterated, and the windows above it will get blown out. It's got a decent blast radius. So.
In a sense, it's not good that we have it here because of the fact that it can explode like that. But
if they're regulated, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
If they're regulated and they have emergency release valves to stop them from exploding, then they're not a problem.
And they are at room temp, so it's not like they're sub-zero.
Yeah. With this, that's thinking about these.
If there was a power loss, this would still be fine, within the limits.
That 91% battery by end of night, apparently.
Yeah.
That's not bad actually. We didn't even drop down 10% running the main building. If you need it, I can run a battery calculator out to this one as well. But I hope you know what your power draw things are if you want them in here.
I think I should get one, but not right now. I think we'll do it next time.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing it today. No. But yeah, it will definitely be next time round. I put it over here on this wall for you, giving over 2 of these on display. One showing your battery level, one showing power usage if you wish. That's what I've got in there basically.
Yeah.
That graph is just there because I have nothing else to put on the wall right now because the graph is useless.
Yeah.
No,
I find these two
very useful.
The most important. Yeah.
Yes. Knowing you're not going to run out of power shouldn't be a problem because I should be. My system should be able to keep you in power.
Well, I have my own battery. I have a battery up here that runs.
That battery up there will run the room for about an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
I think depending on what you're running the heaters, are running for like 10 minutes.
I mean, the cooler draws about 1 kilowatt, and the heater draws about 1.2, I think. So it doesn't last that long, but it's still that I can still exit the airlock.
Well, you got
room
292 kilowatts worth of power side that battery up there, basically.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when you look at your meter here, it shows you your potential. That's your battery, basically. Your battery backup. But because you have that power distribution unit in the roof, it only shows you that far. It doesn't show any further.
Yeah.
Which actually is a bad thing because I can't put you a power display up here. Because it'll read from that battery, but they're not from the main battery in the base.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can put a dedicated line in for it.
No.
It's not a big issue.
Nah, fine. I know that
It gives
I
me-
have quite.
I mean, I'm just doing my thing's all data stuff, so I'll probably end up doing it anyway just for fun of it.
Yeah. I just know that I have quite a bit to go for, especially if I start managing to regulate the temperature even better. At the moment, it's flicking on and off.
What we're
That's
going to
basically
want to do though,
Power.
what we should be doing with these green, they should go all the way down to the end, and then ideally there should be like another layer of them somewhere around here, or even or another vertical layer above them, because we can look like stack them too high and still be in the building. Actually, too high would be good, wouldn't it? And just have them producing oxygen basically all the time.
Yeah. Only thing is like we need to find out like how we can produce water.
We're
At the moment, we
currently
know we can do it with the volatile and oxide.
we do it with volatiles and oxides. We can do it through just mining ice, but we need a better way, a longer solution to ice production.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing. That's the only thing we need that keeps us alive. That isn't renewable. Power comes through solar. Food's coming through the plants. It's just the water.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you use the renaming tool and rename the console, it actually displays the name on the console above it. So that's why one of them says console monitor and the other one says fan temperature display. Because I named one, but I didn't name the other.
Yeah. Really clever system for that.
These are using a gas circuit, and they can choose temperature or pressure from a gas sensor.
But not percentage of each gas.
That can be extracted, but it has to be extracted via a logic circuit.
Okay.
Even then, it doesn't get. I think it does most gases. I'm not sure if it does all. Like you can't do like nitrous oxide, but you can do nitrogen and oxygen and get the separates out.
Yeah.